Hi, my name is Ethan Tran. I live in Huntington Beach, California, and I'm currently a student at Cal State University Fullerton, and I am a mechanical engineer. So my family has been, really started from 0 to 100, and they're a very big inspiration to me. My mom, born and raised in Vietnam. During that time, there was the Vietnam War, so my family was lucky enough to have a sponsor family in Ohio. And my stepdad that I live with now, he didn't have an easy childhood either. He, growing up after high school, he was kind of living house to house, living with his friends. He didn't just have a job, he had a family, he had kids, and he was also going to night school to get his degree. And eventually he moved his way up. He became manager of a store, moved on, then became manager of that store, moved on. Then he moved on to Toshiba, became the manager, director, and now he's the vice president of Toshiba. So over the years, my parents have been very supportive in everything I do. But of course, there's some downfalls. They always want me to be successful. That's their main goal. And sometimes I just want to do the things that I want to do. But eventually, my parents give in and they just, support me no matter what. I remember I had a dream of becoming an astronaut and working for NASA. And they really wanted me to do that, and they thought it was a great idea. I remember for the longest time I wanted to be in Cirque du Soleil, and work in performing and all of that. They really want me to be successful, but in a way, a safe successful, and I think that's great. So growing up as a kid, I guess I wasn't the best kid. I kind of hung out with, not the right people. At the time, it was like middle school, so, they were kind of doing drugs and drinking and smoking. I, of course, didn't do that stuff, but I was hanging around with those guys and were influenced by those people until I joined a band in middle school. Ever since then, I loved it. I've been playing clarinet since beginning of 6th grade all the way to my senior year of high school. And I was actually fortunate enough to become the drum major of my marching band. With being the drum major, there's a lot of responsibility. You are the face of the band. And ever since there, I've wanted to pick up more instruments. I've actually been playing guitar for about 7 years. Not only do I play guitar, I play bass guitar, I play ukulele, or ukulele, as some people say. And I also play trumpet, trombone, saxophone, and that's what I love about music. It just makes me try, learning new music styles, new music in general, new instruments, and it's just a great experience overall. Yeah, so I started dancing around the end of middle school or high school, and how I actually got into dancing was from my cousin. He was dancing before me, and I remember at a Christmas party that we had with all of our family, he showed me a dance move. It was called crickets, and it's supposedly like a hard move, but I picked it up really fast and I actually learned it that day. And ever since then, I've been just inspired to learn more. But there was a b-boy club at the high school I went to, and I decided, you know what, I'll just join. So I joined it, and it's been one of my happiest experiences in high school. Ever since then, I think about junior year, I became president of the club. Once you get into your dancing zone, it's just, you're flying, and nothing can take that experience away from you. And when you dance, it's just you and the floor and the music around you. Growing through, my b-boy experience and being on Copy Kids, it's really shown me a lot. And I remember my first competition, we had a whole performance, 5 minutes, and I was only in it for 30 seconds. I remember my mom bought a ticket, and she was like, "Where were you? I didn't see you." And I said, "I was in there, I was in the back." And that really motivated me, to just push hard and always strive to become better, There's a quote that I've always kept with me. It's to not practice until you get it right. It's to practice until you can never get it wrong. And I've kept that with me throughout my school year and in life in general. It just teaches me to, it's not to work hard to where you think you're satisfied. It's work hard to where you're oversatisfied, And from dancing, I just learned so much, and it's just, made me so humble, and I'm so great to be a part of that life and that journey. Again, my name's Ethan Tran. I'm a college student, and the way I live is just live life to the fullest, have no regrets. If you have regrets and you leave your heads in the shadows, you're not going to get anywhere in life, and you just want to move on. If you're stuck looking at a closed door, you're never going to see the opportunities around you. Thank you.